I accidentally sent a text meant for my best friend to my ex-husband. I'm coming over to your place tonight. I played dead for 2 hours, but his messages flashed again in the chat box. Why haven't you come yet? I've been waiting forever. I've already showered. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel and tell us in the comments where you're listening from. Marcus and I met through a blind date and divorced just 2 years into our marriage. The reason was simple: his first love had returned. At the hospital where I found out I was pregnant, he was with his first love, Celeste. Celeste was a renowned cellist who had been in a car accident on her way to a celebration party after a successful performance. The moment Marcus heard the news, he rushed impatiently to be with her. And I just watched them quietly. Marcus. Celeste gazed at Marcus with deep affection. Marcus had his back to me, so I couldn't see his expression. But their final embrace together deeply pierced my heart. I gently caressed my abdomen. Baby, from now on, you'll only have a mom, no dad. Too, I had known Marcus's first love was back for a while, because she had added my WhatsApp a month ago. WhatsApp showed her as a recommended friend. I didn't have the WhatsApp accounts of Marcus's brothers. We only had one group chat where we occasionally went out for excursions or meals together. It had been months since anyone had sent a group message. I did have the WhatsApp accounts of Marcus's family members. His parents liked me very much. Before we were married, Eleanor often talked about me and frequently gave me expensive gifts. When it was cold, she would remind me to wear more, showing even more care than my own mother. Even more so after marriage. His entire family treated me like their own daughter. There was only one person who was quite displeased with my presence. Marcus's sister, Chloe. It was almost certainly her who pushed my WhatsApp to Celeste. 3. The first time I formally met Marcus's family, she was sarcastic the whole time. She's not like Celeste. She can't even cook. Celeste's hands play the cello. What are your hands for? She's born without a silver spoon, but acting entitled. She doesn't even check if she's worthy. Me? Eleanor glared at Chloe. If you can't speak properly, then shut up. Just shut up and eat your food. The meal was relatively harmonious, though it would have been even better without Chloe's snide remarks. For I was also very worried. Although I met through a blind date, I didn't want my husband to have another woman in his heart after marriage. Marcus, do you still like Celeste? Marcus paused, then said, what foolish talk. His ambiguous words made me very angry. Not being direct meant he still had something to hide. I pressed further. If you still have feelings for her, is that fair to me? I don't care about your past, but I want to have a good future with you. If you still have her in your heart, then let's postpone our wedding. I was very serious about Marcus. Our blind date might have initially had an element of humoring our parents, but through our subsequent interactions, I truly fell in love with him. He was tall, had abs, was witty and humorous, and was handsome and wealthy. Which girl could resist a handsome man with a six-pack? Certainly not me. I fell for him instantly. I was determined to openly touch Marcus's abs. I'd lived my whole life without ever touching abs before. I was practically starved for it. Don't ask. If you ask, I'll tell you I'm a bit of a pervert. A large part of why we decided to marry so quickly was because I was too proactive. I actively asked him out for dinner and movies. I actively held his hand. I actively told him some blush-inducing sweet nothings. Even our first kiss was initiated by me. 5. At that time, we had just finished watching a movie, and he walked me home. The moonlight cast a shimmering glow over the night. All was silent, save for the chirping of cicadas. A man and a woman under the moonlight. It would truly be a waste of the atmosphere not to do something a little naughty. Marcus, I called out to Marcus, who was about to leave, with a hint of shyness. Come here for a moment, I have something to tell you. His hands in his pockets, he approached with a roguish smile. I ran forward and hugged him. Then, I stood on tiptoe and gently pressed my lips against his. The girl's fair face flushed, and her slightly trembling eyelashes betrayed her nervousness. Marcus's body stiffened, showing no reaction. He probably hadn't expected me to be so forward. After staring at his moist lips for a moment, I leaned in again. This time, I learned from books and opened my mouth to entice him, and he readily played along. While I was still exploring, he took control. One hand wrapped around my waist, the other holding my head steady. I don't know how long it lasted, but we both separated, gasping for breath. Our ragged breathing was especially noticeable in the quiet night. My face grew even redder, burning like fire. He let out a muffled laugh from his chest, holding me tightly. He bent down, resting his chin on my shoulder. His husky, deep voice scorched my ears. You little minx, you're going to drive me crazy. I secretly rejoiced. Finally, I've got you. Humph, just you wait. 6 As our wedding day drew closer, Marcus and I became more and more affectionate. Although his sister Chloe often brought up his first love in front of me, trying to annoy me, she would also constantly pick at my flaws, hoping to drive a wedge between my brother and me. But those were minor issues. This man was mine, why should I care about her? I wasn't living with her. Marcus and I had already discussed it. After we got married, we would move into the mansion he had bought himself. I secretly checked, and the prices there were shockingly high. William and Eleanor also liked me very much and subtly suggested I move in sooner. One evening, W. Hen asked me again if I wanted to move in with him. I agreed. That shameless man, he asked me when I was half asleep in bed. Humph, you got off easy. I took the keys Marcus gave me and ran into Chloe at the door. She looked furious, utterly disbelieving. Seeing me, she blurted out, "Audrey, you shameless woman, how dare you seduce my brother while Celeste is abroad? Don't you know you're the other woman? Celeste and my brother are true love, a match made in heaven. Have you no decency? Interfering with someone else's relationship will bring bad karma." Chloe's words were sharp, and she was visibly agitated. I guess she really couldn't stand me. First, when we met through a blind date, they had already broken up. I didn't interfere with them. Second, if your brother was with me while still involved with that Celeste, it means he has a character problem. You should talk to your brother. Coming out for blind dates without a clean break from an ex? What kind of trash does that make him, huh? I had tried to appease her, but it was no use. She would just give me a cold glance. Can't win his heart, so you resort to these superficial tricks. You know you're inferior, don't you? That's why you compensate in other ways. I was so incredibly frustrated. Next time I buy you anything, I'm a dog. I picked up the purse and lipstick on the table, all carefully chosen by me. Wouldn't I enjoy using them myself more? 7 Today was our first day living together. I called a moving company. Marcus was busy with work and couldn't get away. I had to handle it myself. I spent the morning moving, utterly exhausted. Be careful, these books can go over there. I'll take care of the rest myself, thanks, guys. I gave the movers a generous tip. I decided to unpack the rest myself. A mansion really is different. Great location, good ventilation, excellent views. The master bedroom was so big it was almost the size of my entire old apartment. It's good to be rich. Hiss, I was so engrossed in thought that a sharp page from a book cut my finger. I put my bleeding finger in my mouth, then thought about it. I took out my phone and squeezed a little more blood from my finger. I sent it to Marcus. Does this look like your hand the first time? A message instantly popped up from him. How did you hurt your hand? Don't send naughty messages during work hours. Stay home, don't move, I'm coming right back. Hee, who doesn't love a little minx? In the photo I sent, a hint of my pale thigh was subtly visible. 8 Whatever else you say, when it comes to beauty, I've never been defeated. Before came back, I took a comfortable shower. I put on a face mask and applied serum and body lotion. Finally, I brought out the key player, perfume. It was a gift from my best friend, who claimed it was perfume that drives men wild. I wondered if it would work. Marcus was already quite intense in bed. After smelling it, would it break me? The thought gave me a slight thrill. An hour later, Marcus finally returned. Audrey. I hid in the bedroom, deliberately staying silent. Marcus saw no one in the living room and headed straight for the bedroom. The bedroom was dark. He tried to turn on the light. I covered his eyes from behind. Guess who? Marcus turned and pulled me into a hug. Wife. He had never called me wife before. Normally, when being intimate, he'd call me Audrey or baby. That single word, wife, made me blush. All my plans in my mind turned to mush at that moment. I couldn't remember anything. Marcus kissed me. Wife, you're so beautiful. I was wearing the sexy nightgown I had specially prepared for him. The night was deep and long. There was plenty of time. The next day, I went to work with a sore back again. I regretted my reckless behavior. 9 Married life had its arguments and its sweet moments. But thanks to the efforts of this little minx, Marcus usually surrendered every time. After marriage, we didn't use protection. I really want a child. A child of our own. I went to great lengths to entice him, to drain him, so he wouldn't have the energy for anything else. Perhaps deep down, I still didn't trust him enough. He was too outstanding, and I was good for nothing except a passable face. Eleanor also frequently hinted about my thoughts on having children. Audrey, I'm just asking about your young people's thoughts, I'm not pressuring you. It's just that, we two old folks are still young, we can still help you take care of them. Seeing others with grandchildren, we get envious. You've been married for so long, did you use protection back then? If you didn't use protection, then it might be a physical reason. You should go to the hospital for a checkup early. If that wasn't pressure, what was it? I sighed. I wanted to have a baby too, but I couldn't get pregnant. Marcus and I had both undergone detailed physical examinations before the wedding, and there were no issues at all. We could even have danced all night. For a period afterward, Marcus and I had many arguments. I wanted to have a child, I wanted our relationship to become more stable and profound. But he didn't. He thought we were both still young and could enjoy a few more years of couple time. He felt he wasn't mature enough to be a parent yet. Our opinions diverged, and my desire for a child slowly turned into an obsession. You love me, so what's wrong with having a child with me? It's bound to happen eventually. You love me, so fulfill my wish. If you don't, it means you don't love me enough. The 2 months leading up to the divorce were when our arguments were most intense. Marcus didn't come home for days on end. I became increasingly hysterical and paranoid. Audrey, come out. I'm back in the country. How long has it been? I've missed you so much. You jerk, you haven't gotten another friend, have you? It's been 3 minutes and you haven't replied. Now, immediately, come out. Meet me at our usual spot. Drip, DRI. P2 tears fell onto the screen. Okay. Being alone in that huge mansion, I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Either die in silence or go crazy in silence. I looked at myself in the mirror, my face haggard, my eyes red and swollen. I spent an hour putting on beautiful makeup. Wearing heels, I became myself again. At a restaurant. What? Married? Is your brain full of crap? I swear, the moment I'm gone, you lose your mind. I need to calm down, I need to calm down. Damn it, if I don't dig the crap out of your brain today, I won't give up. I yen hashtag at yen%, the level of verbal violence here is not suitable for display. I know you're in a hurry, but don't panic yet. I said weakly. I hadn't told my best friend, Riley, about my marriage. Stop scolding, stop scolding. I know I was wrong. I hunched my shoulders, not daring to look at her. Afraid she might strike me with a single glance. 11 Riley and I had been deskmates since junior high. And in high school. We even went to the same university, but in our junior year, Riley went abroad. Our days of being like brothers came to an end. The day she left for the airport, I cried my eyes out. Snot and tears streamed down my face. She did too. We hugged each other at the airport, crying uncontrollably. Counting from that day, we hadn't seen each other in 4 years, 3 months, and 5 days. Riley's gaze was sharp, piercing me with keen eyes. Tell me, what's going on? I raised my hands in a gesture of surrender. She was still the same as before, able to see right through me. All my disguises were useless in front of her. I told her everything that had happened recently, including first love and the conflicts between us. You don't need to do this. A child, that's something that happens naturally. Why are you so anxious? If it's not meant to be, you can't force it. Your bodies are fine, and you didn't use protection in bed. If you haven't gotten pregnant, then it's just a matter of fat. Marcus had said these same things to me. How did I respond then? With only complaints, never considering the truth in his words. But when Riley said these things to me again, my mindset was completely different. I agreed with her words, they were absolutely correct. Certain emotional outbursts can make a person lose their reason. Okay, I'm sorry. Then, what should I do? Looking back at our previous arguments, most of them were my fault. I was too emotional. Marcus's comfort, explanations, and attempts to reason were all shattered by my emotions. Riley patted my shoulder. If you still want to be with that man, go home today and talk to him properly. Okay, but I'm not sure if he's coming home tonight. What's going on? You're separated? Recently, every time we meet, we get into a heated argument, and he hasn't been home for a long time. I'll give you some advice. Riley beckoned to me, and I leaned closer. She whispered in my ear, I nodded repeatedly, blushing, understanding completely. All the tricks and positions I had learned before, I learned from Riley. 12 weekends and holidays are a match made in heaven. Someone once said that about us. But I thought the weekend belonged to the holiday. Hello. Here are your braised short ribs. The dishes we ordered arrived. Riley and I used to come here often when we were in school. Hey, young ladies, you two look familiar. Did you graduate from here? Ha ha ha, boss, you still remember us? We graduated years ago. The unparalleled deliciousness from our school days now. It smelled very greasy. My stomach churned, and something wanted to rush up my throat. Ugh, nothing came out. I felt terrible, my stomach, throat, and mouth all felt sour. Take that bowl and put it far away. I waved my hand, telling Riley to move it. Riley looked at me in disbelief. Dude, don't tell me, you're pregnant? 13 Riley accompanied me for a series of tests at the hospital. My heart was pounding, and my hand was ting as I squeezed Riley's. Don't be nervous. It's just a pregnancy test. Whether you're pregnant or not, it won't change anything. Stay calm. Relax. A few minutes later, the results came back. I was indeed pregnant. Riley seemed even happier than I was, almost bouncing off the ceiling. Why are you crying? This is good news. She said that, and only then did I realize I was already in tears. Before coming, I called Marcus, but he didn't answer. The moment I confirmed my pregnancy, I called him again, but he rejected the call. Joy and sorrow intertwined, and I didn't know whether to cry or to laugh. Yay! I'm going to be a godmother. Come on, let's go clothes shopping for best friends. Riley wrapped an arm around me, wiping away my tears. I broke into a smile through my tears and nodded. 14 What's wrong? Riley turned back, puzzled. I stood frozen, staring fixedly in one direction. Riley followed my gaze. There were many people in the hospital, and she didn't know what I was looking at. Did you see your husband? My husband was at the hospital with another woman. Oh, I knew that woman. It was his first love, Celeste. I had become completely unlike myself during this time, and there was another reason. Chloe had been constantly broadcasting Celeste's real-time updates to me. Did you know, Celeste is back, and my brother is going to divorce you soon. Celeste and my brother met today. You're done for. What are you going to do? I'm starting to feel sorry for you. Everything, at this moment, had become reality. Before, I had been deceiving myself, still holding on to a tiny bit of hope. Forget it, it's just a man. 15 I decisively asked Marcus for a divorce. I also didn't tell him about my pregnancy. He disagreed, but he couldn't stand my persistence, so he eventually signed the papers. He gave me a generous sum of assets. As the CEO of a listed company, it was an amount I couldn't earn in several lifetimes. I accepted it without hesitation. Chloe was disp. Least, making sarcastic remarks, calling me greedy, opportunistic, and saying I married her brother just for his money. If I don't want money, do I want you? Or do you not use your brother's money? Someone in their 20s, without even a job, spending all day eating, drinking, and asking for money. Do you even have the nerve to say that? Chloe was furious. I use my brother's money, what's it to you? Actually, the money your brother gives you is considered our marital property. I have the right to demand half of it back from you. She was still there, cursing me, calling me shameless. I strode off, not looking back. From now on, I'm a queen, radiating confidence. 16 Audrey, do we really have to divorce? Marcus grabbed my hand, trying to reconcile. Marcus, greedy, having your cake and eating it too will bring a lightning strike. Those who betray true feelings will face severe consequences. Marcus? Goodbye, until our paths cross again. Saying goodbye to everything in the past. I left Marcus with my back to him, not seeing the reluctant look in his eyes. 17 5 months later, my belly was quite large. Bored at home, I couldn't sit still. My parents were very restrictive, too unfree. Couldn't eat this, couldn't eat that, had to eat this, couldn't do that. Ugh, I couldn't bear it anymore. I'm coming over to your place tonight. Riley, though a workaholic, was inseparable from her phone. My messages usually got a reply in less than a minute. Today, 3 minutes passed without a reply. I just stared at my phone, she must be in a meeting. Yesterday she mentioned having a very important meeting today. I secretly chuckled and took out my phone. My mind completely froze. Damn it. How did the message I meant for Riley end up being sent to Marcus? What? I'll just pretend I didn't send it. I never will, he'll understand. I copied and pasted the message again, sending it to Riley. Okay, come quickly. Today I'm going to have some intimate time with my goddaughter. This month should be good for prenatal education. I'll give her a lesson first. 18 After playing dead for 2 hours for Marcus, his messages flashed again in the chat box. Why haven't you come yet? I've been waiting forever. I've already showered. 3 messages in a row popped up in my face. Does this man have no self-awareness? I continued to play dead. If I had blocked him when we divorced, this awkward situation wouldn't have happened. Blocking him now would make it seem like I had an issue. An hour later, I packed my things. There wasn't much to pack. Riley already had my clothes, toothbrush, and such, so I didn't need to bring anything new. I changed into loose clothing and grabbed my small purse. I walked out. Holy crap, whose car is that? A Rolls-Royce? I'd only seen that car on TV. Which rich guy parked it in front of my house? I took a picture of the car and sent it to Riley. Honey, when can you buy me this car? I want it. Whining sound implies cute begging. Get away. I pouted, wishing for my best friend to get rich soon. Just as I was about to leave, I heard a long unheard, familiar voice. Audrey. I stiffly turned around. Why was Marcus here? Why are you at my house? You never came, so I came looking for you. Dude, it's been over 3 hours since I sent that message. Between adults, I shouldn't have to spell it out, right? Arg. You. His eyes fixed on my belly. Even loose clothes couldn't hide the increasingly prominent curve. His brow suddenly furrowed. I think you owe me an explanation. 19. What should I do right now? Running into your ex-husband with a big belly, anyone would assume the child was his. It was his child. I stole a glance at Marcus. Oh my, he looked like he wanted to devour someone. I felt wronged. It was clearly because he had someone else that I had to divorce while pregnant. Why did he still look like it was my fault? Why should I give him an explanation? Did he deserve on? Get away. My eyes welled up with tears, and I stiffened my neck, trying to bypass him. Marcus grabbed my hand and hugged me from behind. Wife, I've missed you so much. A man's words are meaningless. If I believe you, I'm a dog. I never agreed to the divorce. Heh, you didn't agree? Then how am I single now? Did I marry a ghost? Did I divorce a ghost? I laughed. Audrey, you were the one who insisted on divorcing. You acted like you'd die if we didn't, so I had no choice but to agree. So it's my fault then. Your mouth is more suited for other things than talking. My old face flushed, remembering the scenes of that night, and many nights. The feeling's mutual. Marcus, that jerk of a man, was playing dirty. He literally pinned me against the car and gave me a passionate kiss. At first, I resisted fiercely, but he knew my body inside and out. Before long, I was disoriented and weak all over. Succumbing to him. He gently caressed my flushed face, his voice husky. Do you understand how to use your mouth now? If you don't, I can teach you until you do. My eyes were still unfocused, and I gave him a bewildered expression, as if I understood yet didn't. Marcus's eyes darkened further. He reached up to undo the top 2 buttons of my clothes, opened the back door of the car, and pushed me inside. I lay in the back seat? Was this about to get R-rated? I was heavily pregnant, for crying out loud. 20. It seemed he had held back, then held back again, but finally couldn't hold back anymore. Marcus controlled his movements, his hands and lips exploring my body gently, yet trembling. Me? I started to panic and pushed him away. Even though I'm a bit of a pervert, but... Wait. Marcus, wait a minute. I can't wait right now. Marcus's heavy breathing was above me. I was terrified, my voice laced with a sob. My stomach hurts. My belly was cramping. I screamed that one sentence and then blacked out. 21. When I came to, I was already at Marcus's house. My vision slowly cleared from blurriness. Marcus was talking to someone. I tried hard to hear clearly, forcing all my strength to turn over. My body felt like it was filled with lead, unmoving. Marcus glanced my way. Although our eyes met, he seemed to completely ignore me. Then another person entered. I knew this person. It was Celeste. She walked over and leaned down to look at me, her eyes filled with scorn. The two of them kissed, as if no one else was in the room. No. You two shameless people. You two are utterly immoral and inhumane. Scumbag man and opportunistic woman, drop dead, you disgusting people. Shameless. I'm going to kill you too. Our eyes met. We stared at each other. Me? Marcus's face was grim. He looked me up and down. Quite impressive, your combat strength is still strong even in your dreams. Did you enjoy yelling at me? When you're under someone else's roof, you have to be submissive. He. I laughed foolishly to cover my embarrassment. Am I okay? What happened to me? Is still here? The terror from before I passed out still spread through my chest. I looked down and breathed a sigh of relief. My belly was still there. Marcus sat on the edge of the bed. Dr. Clark came by. You're fine, and baby is fine. He stroked my head and picked up a bowl of porridge. You need to replenish your strength. You slept all day. Damn, it was already the evening of the next day? Riley must be worried sick. Where's my phone? Marcus took out my phone and tossed it to me. I already contacted Riley. Don't worry. I let out a sigh of relief. Audrey, did you ever like me? If I didn't like you, why would I marry you? Why would I sleep with you? Am I that bored? You liked me? You never introduced me to any of your friends, never let me be part of your life. Well, I didn't want social interactions to get complicated. You can't doubt me just because of that. I buried myself in the bed. Like an ostrich. I had a phobia. I once had a boyfriend I really liked. I introduced him to all my friends, and he ended up getting involved with one of them. In the end, I lost both my boyfriend and my friend. I felt it was necessary to explain to him. If he felt insecure because of this, I was also responsible. Just as I was about to speak, the door opened. 22 Marcus, are you sick? This was my first face-to-face conversation with Celeste. After all, before this, we had only exchanged barbs online. Celeste looked at me, a hidden malice in her eyes. Marcus, who is she? Humph, still pretending not to know me. Marcus didn't answer her. Instead, he asked, why are you here? I heard Dr. Clark was here, and I was worried about you, so I came right over. Celeste would be a great actress, it was a shame she wasn't one. Is something wrong with you? Or, Celeste looked at me. Is she your friend? Is she sick with something? My forehead throbbed. Why did she have so many questions? You're the one who's sick, your whole family is sick. Marcus cut in, Audrey. Was I being too rude? I could be even ruder. Celeste acted like a tragic heroine, tears welling up. Marcus, your friend. I was just kindly asking. Hee, stop with the your friend bit. Are you pretending not to know me now? What are you talking about? I really don't know you. Marcus also looked at us with a puzzled expression. 23 This scene was truly like something out of a novel. Those heroines might not have a voice, but I have a sharp tongue. If I didn't make you cry out for your daddy and mommy, then my name isn't Audrey. I stood on the bed, looking down at the scumbag man and opportunistic woman. I pulled out screenshots of our chat history from my phone. Celeste was smart, she would recall all the pictures and messages she sent. But I wasn't stupid. The first time I saw her recall something, I recorded everything afterward. Celeste tried to explain to Marcus, that wasn't me, it real. Why wasn't me? I nodded perfunctorily, not you, you're his little baby, affectionate nickname. Marcus's face grew darker as he looked at the chat records. Whether it was you or not, I'll find out. First, I want to ask you, how did you get in? Didn't he give her the key? Chloe gave it to me, so I could conveniently take care of you. I jumped up. I knew it. You all. Just as I was about to erupt, Marcus quickly supported me. Be careful, you're pregnant. 24 Celeste looked at the interacting couple, her eyes red. She had worked so hard to get back on Marcus's ship. She didn't want to go back to that kind of life again. If she hadn't left back then, would she be the CEO's wife now? Now that they were divorced, she absolutely couldn't let them get back together. Chloe had clearly told her that her brother and this woman had no feelings for each other, and were only together due to parental pressure. She was Marcus's first love, how could he possibly forget her? Absolutely not. She wouldn't lose Marcus. And she wouldn't go back to her old life. The fear of her future made her lose her mind. It happened in an instant. When she reacted, Audrey had already fallen to the ground. A pool of blood flowed from between her legs. 25 Watching the blood flow from between my legs, searing pain assaulted my entire body. My body was rapidly losing something. I screamed Marcus's name in terror. It's okay, don't be scared. Marcus kicked Celeste away, picked me up, and rushed me to the hospital. All the way, he continuously comforted me. He was even more anxious than I was. The checkup showed baby was fine, just a bit of bleeding. I would be fine after some rest. Dr. Clark prescribed some medicine for fetal preservation, then looked at Marcus, hesitating, but still spoke. How can you, as a father, be so careless with a pregnant woman? To let her fall, I really don't get it. You actually managed to marry the campus queen of our school. Damn it, the more I think about it, the angrier I get. Why don't I have a girlfriend yet? Marcus? Me? Sam? Audrey? You finally recognized me. Sam was sobbing. No. He stopped crying instantly. I used to have a crush on you. In med school, during the basketball game, the red underwear. Red underwear. Oh. I remember now. It's you. I never thought I'd have such a strong connection. Audrey, you look even more beautiful now than you did in school. Sam's eyes sparkled as he looked at me. A dark shadow fell over me as Marcus, with a dark expression, blocked Sam's view. You're too sweet. What kind of girl do you like? I can set you up. I poked my head out to ask Sam. Sam also peered around Marcus to look at me, his eyes still sparkling. Someone like you, Audrey, would be perfect, ha 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 ha. Marcus's large hand covered my face, and he half carried, half shoved me onto a chair outside. You sit here quietly. I'm going to have a chat with Sam. About 10 minutes later, Marcus emerged. He looked refreshed and completely drained, making me eye him suspiciously. Something was definitely off. Sam followed close behind, looking dejected, as if he'd been completely wrung out. Before I could ask for gossip, Marcus ushered me into the car. 26 Marcus held me tightly, burying his face in the crook of my neck. His voice muffled, he said, I'm sorry. I didn't know all that happened. I had no idea she secretly added you on WhatsApp and said so many hurtful things. She was my first love, but that's all in the past. Ever since I met you, both my body and my soul have completely belonged to you. Don't you trust your own charm? I'm addicted to you. I can't quit you. This man was dangerously charming. His rich, deep voice floated in my ear. Help me, Mom, my legs are weak. I accused him. I clearly saw you with her at the hospital, and she only had a hand injury. I was alone at the hospital, pregnant with your child. D. You didn't answer your phone. Do you know how desperate I felt seeing you two together? Riley thought, am I not human? She got into a car accident and hurt her hand, so I went to check on her. I glared at him. What's your relationship with her that you needed to go? Just by looking at her, she'd be fine? Are you some kind of god? Oh, I get it. You're her miracle cure, aren't you? Excuses. Marcus raised his hands in surrender. I was wrong. I won't do anything like that again. Chloe insisted I go check on her. They're close friends. I haven't contacted her since we broke up. If it weren't for my sister's sake, I wouldn't have gone. I rubbed my belly. Humph, I'll reluctantly forgive you. So, what about this incident? A ruthless glint appeared in Marcus's eyes. Anyone who dares to hurt my wife and child won't get off easy. 27 Marcus held a family meeting at the family estate. Brother, why aren't you answering my calls? Celeste is still at the police station. She's a girl, she must be so scared. Go rescue her quickly. Marcus, following my suggestion, called the police, and Celeste was taken in for questioning. Chloe contacted Marcus as soon as she found out. I held his phone, watching the screen light up and go dark, over and over. I couldn't help but laugh aloud. Rescue her? Do you think this is a movie? What are you doing here? Chloe asked, her face unhappy when she saw me. Then she glanced at my belly with disdain and said, how long has it been since your divorce, and you're already knocked up? Marcus sharply interjected, Chloe, watch your words. Audrey is your sister-in-law. You've been divorced for ages. Besides, does she even deserve it? Only deserves to be my sister-in-law. Brother, what's wrong with you? Now that Celeste is back, why are you still involved with this woman? Who knows who the father of her baby is? She probably cheated on you even before you divorced. Brother, don't let this woman fool you. Chloe's impassioned aunt made Marcus's expression grow colder and colder. Chloe, this is your last warning. Mind your words when you talk about your sister-in-law. If I hear you disrespect her again, I swear I'll send you to Africa. Chloe whined, Mom. Look at him. Stop whining, honey. Our whole family loves Audrey, you're the only one being difficult, pulling little tricks behind everyone's back. Don't think I don't notice. At 28, you're still just lounging around all day. I don't know who you inherited that from. Everyone in our family is an elite, so how did we end up with a slacker like you? Chloe yelled in exasperation, Mom, I'm only 22 this year. I almost burst out laughing. Eleanor truly was her birth mother. Eleanor continued to twist the knife, only 22? You look almost as old as me. I silently gave a thumbs up. Eleanor was impressive. Marcus announced his intention to remarry me. Chloe vehemently opposed it, but her opposition was useless. Marcus ordered Chloe to cut off all contact with Celeste, threatening to send her to Africa immediately if she disobeyed. Marcus discovered that Celeste had racked up massive debts abroad and had only returned to the country to escape her creditors. Furthermore, her car accident was a self-staged stunt of her own making. All of it was to rekindle her relationship with Marcus, but he no longer had any interest. 28 The world suddenly opened up, and even the sunshine smelled of flowers. Marcus and I emerged from the county clerk's office, our marriage certificate once again in hand. Marcus said worriedly, do we really have to get married today? You're almost due, running around everywhere. Today's a good day, it's lucky. Men probably don't believe in these things, so I tried to persuade him. Last time, the day we got married wasn't good. Do you want to just pick any random day for our important moment again? My little princess, I'm innocent. I was just worried about you. Ah, it hurts, a sharp pain iced my stomach, like something was tearing at my belly. I felt a gush of liquid from below. It must be time. Marcus! Marcus! Take me to the hospital, it hurts so much. Marcus was frantic. After he dropped me off, I saw him drenched in sweat, more nervous than I was. He was trembling while trying to comfort me. Half an hour later, baby was born. It was a girl. My girl. Honey, you worked so hard. I weakly opened my eyes. Marcus gazed at me lovingly. Look, you gave birth to her. Have you decided on a name? We'd thought of many names before, but hadn't settled on one. You decide. Marcus pondered for a moment. She's our precious one, so let's call her baby. Me? On second thought, it's not bad. I hope when she grows up, she meets someone who will spoil her like a baby. Thank you for watching today's story. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends. We look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments section. Feel free to share your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories. See you next time.